Welcome to Docs365 Cmprhnd-LAB, an add-on for Google Sheets that acts as a front end to Amazon's Comprehend, which is a natural language processing service that uses machine learning to find insights and relationships in text. To the right here you see the main UI of the add-on, and the home pane here just explains a little bit, and you can set the language that you are using. If I want to create a new classifier for Comprehend, I first start by adding here a sheet called training, and the first column should be called document, and then you can have any number of label documents. You can group them if you use the group colon prefix, so that the label here is actually called job function A information technology. It's just an easier way to manage labels. So the first thing you do is to create your good training data, any number of documents here and all the labels you need, and then you go to the classifier tab. If you haven't created a classifier before, this training stats will be empty and you will have options to train the classifier for the first time. But after it is being trained, you get all kinds of stats from Amazon Comprehend and even the evaluation metrics, how good of a job this classifier will do. So either it's the first time or you have added documents to your training data. Then you click the train or retrain classifier link here. It will tell you what's going to go on here, that you have to have the data in the training tab. And then you say fetch training data. It will go and get the data from the spreadsheet, and you can see what all the documents and all labels for each document is listed here. And then you say start the training. This will upload your data to the Amazon Comprehend cloud. And if it already exists, like in this case, you will have to confirm that the classifier will be deleted. So each spreadsheet can define one Amazon classifier. Deleting the classifier will take a few seconds, and then the system will prompt you if you want to re-upload the data. If you have changed any of the training documents, you will say re-upload the data. Otherwise you can just say use the previously uploaded training data. You say OK. Then the training will start inside the Amazon Comprehend cloud, and training can take quite a lot of time. I think this tiny little classifier here will take 5 minutes, but we will wait for it to start the actual training process. Then you will have two menu buttons or two checkboxes show up in the dialog here that will allow you to get notifications when the training is completed. So the training is in progress. I can then close this dialog here, and you can close this part if you want on the UI, or you can keep it open. It will here, as I said, allow you to check these two boxes if you want to have an email or have a sound played when the classifier is ready. In this case, this should take perhaps 5 minutes. And here is the newly retrained classifier. And now when you have a classifier, you can go and classify a set of documents. And it works like you can have any sheet containing documents, or a column with documents like this one, and then you just say which column or which sheet you want to use for as the document source, and then you say fetch documents. It will fetch documents, show you what it got, and then you can enter a name for this classification job. Let's call this one T1, and I start the classification job, and in this case it prompts me if I need to upload the documents again because they have already been uploaded, so let's re-upload them. And the job starts, and as with the classification, you get these options to have an email sent or a sound played when the job is complete. So when a classification job is ongoing, you can find out the status by closing the classifier tab. You go to jobs, and you can see I have one job in progress. When it was submitted, it's been working for 1 minute. And when the job is finished, you can click here and say view job. It tells you when it started, when it's finished. You can view the results, and here are the result of this previous job. Then I can send this data to a new sheet in the spreadsheet, or I can upload it to a new spreadsheet, or I can download it to my hard drive as a CSV spreadsheet. So let's send it to the spreadsheet here and say OK, and I get a new tab down here with new data, and for each document I get to see the labels or classes that was found. Class 1 had a score of 8, which is pretty low, and you can see here that for this one here we have the third class or label is engineer, and it had a score of 0.1. That's just an example. These scores are not very good for this little demo example. So this concludes this short demo of Docs365 Comprehend-LAB. You can always click on the logo here and open the About box and read more about it. I hope you will enjoy the tool. Thank you.